High quality grills. And I'm not talking about the kind that you put meat on. I'm talking about the ones that you go in your mouth. What?
Are we good?
What do you mean we're good?
Are we good to go?
To go where?
So fucking... You're recording, aren't you?
Are we there yet?
I was still going on with George Foreman rant.
Well, maybe you should at least inform us when you're doing it.
He made a hell of a grill, I'll say that.
Yeah, you made some good grills to put in your mouth.
Wait.
I love eating grills.
Hey, ooh. Hey, my name's Rudy, and you're on the Powerhouse Productions channel. You like stories? Good, stick around. If you said no, still good, stick around. There we got Granger.
Hello.
We got Tommy.
Oh.
And we got the storyteller of the night, Jigo.
Hey, that's me. I've got a little bit of Chex Mix here.
Ugh. You
I won't
fucking
be eating it much.
You're telling the what? Put down the gerbil food for 5 seconds.
No!
Gerbil food?
You
Did
called
you
him
just
a
insult
hamster or
Chex-
something the other day because he's always nibbling on shit.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking
I mean,
delicious.
that's the way he chews. I wasn't talking about the food he ate.
Oh, okay. Well,
He was like, yeah, he's just like eating at it.
so what's the title of the story?
Tell us the title of the story.
The title of today's story is... Local Treasure.
Local treasure. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like local treasure? Like they're crazy?
No, it's National Treasure, but not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Local
get it.
treasure.
Oh.
I understand now.
I laugh.
It's a location-based joke.
Yeah, what? Okay.
No,
I
Tommy's
laugh.
just right. Let's be... God damn it.
Yeah,
I thought we had escaped. I laughed, but we're back.
Nobody heard
I
it when
laughed.
I said it, apparently. So
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say that I stole it from Granger. But
Reggie, did you say
yeah.
something?
No.
Granger,
Okay, just making sure.
you've been in this call this whole time?
Who are you?
I laughed.
I laughed.
Anyway, what's your story?
It's Local Treasure. I swear I just said that, but alright.
Granger's
I don't
at the
believe
call?
you. We're gonna have to get
Granger,
past
you
this
here?
quick. Shut. No, stop.
Should I eat this almond?
Story.
Hold on. Oh,
No.
fuck.
I'm gonna eat
Hold
this
on.
almond.
Subscribe to TV.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not ready, and I'm eating an almond.
Stop
Why did you
eating.
eat all? You fucking gerbil! Goddamn guinea pig!
Okay, he is eating a lot of
Fucking-
nuts right now, though.
I'm
Other
gonna
small
throw this
thing.
Fanta bottle so I stop playing with it.
There you go. No, you can play with it. It's a good idea. That's what I do
No,
with my
it's
storage.
noisy.
I play with my dick. I mean, I play with
Okay.
something on my desk.
Oh, okay.
I mean, last time around I was playing with Stacy. Oh, this sounds weird.
Yeah, this
I want to quit now. You go ahead and tell the story.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like I should get some water first.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
god.
Okay.
Do you not have
Are we good?
water?
I don't think I need it. I'm fine.
We're good.
Let's go.
Okay. Today...
Oh shit! It's the lead singer of AC/DC here.
Sorry, I got a taunt kill. Like I got really happy about it.
Interrupting Steve Tyler, who?
Fucking... I'm getting a drink.
Oh.
You can't
Well.
stop me. I've got the drink.
Can we
shit,
talk
that was
about
quick.
DoxyClean again?
Oh, shit, yeah.
I'm here! I have
Dick
the
OxyClean.
Oh,
Okay, to start the story, let's do it.
You sure you're not gonna interrupt me again, Tommy?
I
That's what I thought.
start it. I didn't think it was
Sure.
that loud. Start it.
Yeah,
Start
Jacob,
it.
you never interrupted my stories.
Not once.
Okay, go ahead.
Today's story.
It wasn't Tommy, so you can't scold him.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
God damn it, Granger. Today's story will tell the tale of our epic trio's quest for untold treasures. Our heroes are as follows: Brian, the Frail;
Man, I
Spawn,
wonder who these people.
the Neutral;
That's good.
Nico, the totally fair and just leader;
Ooh boy.
So here's a little rundown of who these people are, in case you have no idea.
They're
BM.
all dead.
They're
BM,
non-existent.
What's that? Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. Dead in a horrible car accident. Sombrero. Continue.
Okay. We start this shit show in the middle of a small park, a few streets down from Brian's house. The usual meeting place was at Brian's house for the group, but they're meeting up with another crew in hopes of achieving their goal together. At the park, they meet up with a group of 4 friends. The first one they saw was padded almost full body with bubble wrap since he was outside at a park. This, of course, is Tommy.
Fuck you.
Tommy's our own bubble boy. Only not he's like Pauly Shore's Diodome or whatever the fuck.
That's good.
Bio buddy. There you go.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
buddy. Go ahead.
Next was a man who was looking like he really wanted to chop down the trees around them at the park. This was
As is my one.
Next, there was a man who was looking like he was really... Oh no, I'm a line above. Fuck. Then there was a man who was just happily going around the playground, looking light but fat, almost as if he was 80 pounds of fat. That one was Jacob. And then there was Rudy. As the trio walked...
You motherfucker.
As the trio walked up, they could hear Granger saying, "Hey Rudy, what's the difference between poop and chocolate?"
Did this happen yesterday?
Granger looked at him and said, one of them is tastier. It's the poop. The poop is tastier.
Jesus
Rudy
Christ.
sighed and
This did happen yesterday.
Rudy sighed and looked to the sky in exasperation. It was at that moment Nico decided to speak up. That was a fucking terrible joke, Greg.
Wait. So wait,
already know that
they're
is?
interacting with us?
Yeah.
Our worlds exist. Oh man.
Oh shit,
He
they're
talked
alive
to me.
again.
Holy
Yeah,
shit, he talked to me.
They're
No,
they're
he's-
here to
like-
get our help.
Oh,
shit. Okay.
Yeah, I said that.
okay. Interesting.
Was meeting up with another crew in hopes of achieving their goal.
I didn't think we met before.
No.
Alright.
This is post.
Oh shit, dude.
Post
Amazing.
what?
The divide.
Post their death.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucked. Chimed in Brian. Bond followed up immediately with a, "Come on, it wasn't that bad." And then there was a lull in the conversation where Jacob made his way over, and Tommy waddled behind.
Because of the bubble wrap.
He's all wrapped up.
No, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was pointing out it's funny.
I'll kill you.
God damn it.
How
Okay.
with that hold that bubble wrap on? You're not gonna kill anybody.
Do you think if Tommy tried to stab somebody, he'd put a bubble wrap around the knife so that he wouldn't cut himself?
Probably.
You wouldn't
sounds
hold the
right.
knife.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think Tommy would like make a stab bot and then put bubble wrap around the stab bot?
I don't think he would interact with electronics in fear of being electrocuted.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Do you think? Do you think Tommy would pay somebody else to go stab somebody
Hey, Jacob.
and put bubble wrap
I
on him?
think he wouldn't handle money in fear of being paper cut.
Shut the fuck up.
He'd pay somebody in pennies and wrap the pennies in bubble wrap.
I think he'd pay somebody in Tommy's.
What?
Payment slugs.
This is
It did happen yesterday.
I say the inside jokes to spite you, Rudy.
It's really upsetting because now no one's gonna know what the fuck is going on.
It's so much more fun when no one gets it.
I
I mean,
guess
it's not, but I have more fun.
So. All right, you know what?
Okay.
Just continue.
Once the groups had congregated together, Granger got shot in the head because he was meaninglessly tying a tie, and the others thought it was so fucking pretentious.
Oh, he really did it!
How did it happen yesterday and today? That's
He
weird.
really did it!
Conveniently, it was only with a slingshot, so he only got a bruise on the side of his head.
Wait.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
That
okay.
dumb joke aside, the gang began to discuss the plans of finding their treasure. They had only one clue as to whereabouts of the fabled treasure. Upon discussing it with the others, the trio pulled out the advertisement for a cheese block at Domino's, and Nico said, "We have to find out how to get this." And Jacob turned to them with a cocked head and said, "Wait, seriously? There's a Domino's right there. I can see it from here." Nico then turned on him and shouted, "No, you fucking idiot! We have to find it!" And Tommy then said, "I could literally just go and buy one right now. And actually, I could go for pizza." And then Jacob said, "Me too. Let's go get some." Brian then exclaimed, "If you are going to help us, then so be it." And the trio walked away.
Okay then.
Never to be seen again.
And we went to go get pizza.
The trio had just managed to hear Granger saying,
That's a nice ending of the story.
"I guess they want to find it on principle."
Oh. You fucking.
I said that dazed and confused from the headshot and from the tie being too tight around my neck.
He wasn't thinking. He was 14 when he said that.
Rudy then turned to him and started to reply, but the trio had already walked out of earshot. As they were walking back to Brian's house, they began to hatch their plan. "We have to decipher the clues here on this newspaper clipping," Bond said. "Yeah, there may be some invisible writing on it telling us where to go," Brian said excitedly. Nico replied quickly, "That sounds fucking stupid. But I guess we could try it anyway." So once they got back to Brian's house, they were offered some food from Brian's mom, and they passed. They went into the kitchen, got lemons, and started trying to find the invisible ink on it. After trying for a while, Brian's mom came into the kitchen and asked if they had seen her newspaper. Upon seeing the piece that was covered in lemon and being hair dried by 2 different hair dryers revealing absolutely nothing, she pieced together that they had taken it and got a little annoyed. So they tied it to a chair and stole her car and drove away.
Oh, they tied. What the fuck?
You remember the bit in National Treasure where they tied the dad to the chair? It's that.
I've never seen it.
What? Have you never seen National Treasure?
That's the fucking cager. It's the fucking.
I saw it like.
I was about to say she walked into the room and she discovered her son's friends were mentally deficient, but then they tied her up, I guess. But,
Not mentally deficient enough, apparently, if they're able to tie her up.
Yeah, no, it didn't work that after that.
Yeah, they were better than fake Santa.
Phantom.
Yeah.
So yeah, they stole their car and drove away with the most important clue. Once they had made it away, they parked up at the parking lot across the street from their house and began to gather their thoughts. They were trying to come up with different ways to see the clues on the paper, and then suddenly Bond had an idea. What if we need a black light to see it? Hey, that actually might work.
That newspaper's gonna be covered in semen stain. I'm not okay with it.
Nico replied and followed up with, "I've got one at my house we can use."
Oh no.
So with that,
I bet there'll be a smells like boy joke.
Yeah, and the spot. The spot's gonna be all.
Why don't we shut the fuck up and let the story happen?
My bad.
Y'all are half right. So with that, the trio drove back off to Nico's house and headed into his room once they got there. Brian grabbed the black light and turned it on before Nico could stop him and had it shining on the corner of his room. The horror that went over the faces of all of them was unrivaled. The entire corner of the room lit up like the scene of the most gruesome murder.
Nico was surprised too?
No, he was horrified that they saw it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he just said that Brian snatched it away too fast and they could see it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Nico jizzing in that corner so much that it's gonna start to eat away at the drywall.
I mean, I think it did.
Yeah.
On the bright side, he scrubbed the place before I ever got over there, so I didn't have to deal with the boy smell.
Yeah.
Okay. The wall was covered in something that lit up when it was hit with the black light. The two then turned to face Nico and asked hesitantly, Did someone die at that spot?" And then Nico tried to play it off. "The spot? No. I mean, yes, there was a murder in this room before we bought the house." "Sure," Bond said, totally unsure. "Anyway, let's just get back to the task at hand," Nico said. I don't know why I just lost the Nico voice. It's too much work to do that shitty shitty little voice.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
Hey guys,
anyway.
it's me, Nico. I want to
I
fucking
should just send you all the lines.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Nico said, turning the light towards the newspaper. Once they turned the light onto the newspaper, they all gasped in unison at what they saw. Meanwhile, the other 4 people, having just finished their pizza, decided that they'd help the others as a peace offering and bought a cheese block to bring to them. As they were just about done paying for the cheese block, they saw the trio pull into the parking lot, and Granger said, "Well, that's convenient." After waiting a few seconds for the employee to grab the cheese block, they turned and headed out the door, only to see them driving away. "Well, that's not as convenient," Jacob said. And then they got into Jacob's car and drove over to Brian's house to see what was going on and to deliver the cheese block. Upon knocking a few times and getting no answer, they decided to take a peek in the window and saw Brian's mom was tied up in the living room. After she saw them, she nodded repeatedly at the back door. The gang went to the back door and found it was unlocked. They let her free, and she explained that she was just trying to find her newspaper, and upon seeing it, she was annoyed, so they tied her up and took her car. "Well, they probably went over to one of the other houses," Tommy said. "That sounds like as good a place to go as any," Granger said. So they turned to Rudy and he said, "Meanwhile!" What the other group saw shocked them so much that Brian fainted.
But
What?
Rudy was going to say something.
Yeah.
What did he say? Okay.
On the newspaper in front of them, the saying was in the shape of a dick.
Oh,
That's about right.
"It's all so clear," Nico said.
We go
must have
that
it.
away.
Rudy must have it. Oh.
"Is that what that means?" Bond asked skeptically. "Yes, obviously, because he's a dick," Nico countered.
Yeah, this is my story.
So leaving the room and carrying Brian, since he was still unconscious, they decided to head to Jacob's house, where they figured the others would be. Meanwhile, the gang of 4 showed up at Nico's house and found that the front door was left slightly ajar.
Well, what did Rudy say?
They went into Nico's
Okay.
room and found the black light and turned it on, seeing the same horrible sight, and they just sighed and said, "Oh, Nico." Then they decided that they were wasting their time and went back to Brian's house to drop off the cheese block to his mom and left it there.
You spent like
And then-
fucking $6 in gas money at this point.
And then they just went back to Jacob's house. Rudy then looked at Tommy's bubble wrap with his head tilted and proceeded to say, "Meanwhile!" The trio stopped.
Fire, what did he say?
Granger,
I wanna
think you
know!
understand. This has happened 3 times. You've only noticed on the second time.
Oh!
has he? You sound like you noticed the first 2 times.
No, this is the second time he's noticed. The very first time, it was Rudy then turned to him and started to reply, but the trio had already walked out of earshot. Granger didn't say anything about that one.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So the trio stopped outside of Jacob's house, and they went up to the door and rang the doorbell, and waited. Eventually, Trey came to the door and said, "Hey, what do y'all want?" To which Nico said, "We are here to see Jacob and the others to get our cheese block." "Well, they aren't here, and also they didn't leave any cheese blocks here either, so good luck elsewhere." Brian, who was awake again, said, "Well, you're no help either." And they stormed back into their car, and decided to just head back to Brian's house and give up on their quest. Once they got back in, once they came back in, they saw to see an annoyed mother. I can speak. I swear. Let me try that again.
Okay.
Once they got back, they came in to see an annoyed mother untied and watching TV. That's how that was supposed to go. "How did you get out?" Bon asked. "Well, Rudy and the others came over and let me out. They also left something for you in the kitchen." The 3 of them barely let her finish before running into the kitchen. "I knew it! Rudy was the dick!" Nico said, examining the glorious treasure that was the cheese block. Brian began to reach for it, and Nico slapped his hand away and grabbed the whole thing and gulped it down in one bite.
Sounds about right, yeah.
"Ah, now that treasure really hits the spot," Nico said. The end.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's it. That's all she wrote.
But what did Rudy say?
Granger.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, we're
What?
all. Did Rudy say anything? He
Why
had to
was I
say
ignored
something,
the
right?
whole time?
I don't know. Just because in the past, during other stories, sometimes it's just been like, we all get descriptions and then you were just yelling at Split, or you were just wearing a shako. So I figured I'd exaggerate that.
I have identity issues as it is, guys. Come on.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean? You're the meme deflector. They all fall away. What? That was your title, right? I don't remember.
Originally, I was going to have you replying to Granger's joke, but then I figured I'd give you even less to do.
That's
Hell
fine.
yeah.
I'll take it.
Dang.
Don't worry. You'll actually be in the next story.
Maybe.
Where was Nicolas Cage?
He wasn't in it.
Oh, it's upsetting.
You're upsetting.
So I got
Okay.
all the air out of the chicken. Here we go.
Oh boy.
That's Stacy, by the way, for anyone that thought Rudy was feeling up his girlfriend when he was talking before.
I don't have a girlfriend. Have you taken a
Yeah,
look
no,
at me? Come on.
That's Stacy.
This is Stacy.
Yeah.
No human female would give me the time of day.